over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Oh, boy. I absolutely have allergies. Does anybody else have massive allergies right now? How's everybody doing? I'm trying to wake up out of it, man. I'm on so many drugs, it's unbelievable right now. I gotta pick my kids up soon, so we gotta figure out a way to drive. My face feels like it's been sat on by Yokozuna. I've got Yokozuna sat on me, guys. Guys, I've got Yokozuna sat on me. I don't know why I'm doing Trump right now. What's his face to do the Trump? It feels like Yokozuna sat on me. Like, I don't know. I can't do it, but I wish I could. Man, imagine that. If I could do Trump, I just wouldn't leave the house. I just stare in the mirror with a mask on and talk like him. Just acting like a nutcase. All right, we got... oh, boy. My allergies are running wild, brother. Let me tell you something. I feel like shit. Joe Cronin, the greatest manager in Boston Red Sox history. That's true. Very true. My father was Joe Cronin, and I have a Joe Cronin card signed as well by that legendary manager there. And I've also got a whole bunch of other cards from around that time. And, shout out to the baseball manager, Joe Cronin, sure. Shout out to him. Grandfather's cousin, third, something or other. Now let's have a sip of Dunkin' Dog Nuts for the severe allergies. Look at that. Tommy, give me an oh my God, brother.
Oh my God, brother.
Thank you, Tommy. I'm also one of the worst owners in Portland Trailblazers history. That's true.
Oh my God, brother.
You know, it used to be when you searched my name, the only thing that would come up is the baseball player. Then at some point, it became me. Like around 2017 or 18, if you search Joe Cronin, I would come up like first in the Google searches. Now it's back to not only the baseball player, but also the Portland Trailblazers guy, because he became the GM a little while ago, a couple years ago. So, like, that guy comes up now all the time too. I'd be a better GM than that guy from what I've seen. Really, the guy kind of sucks. Let's be honest. So tonight, there's the donation link pinned to the chat. So tonight is out of nowhere. Jake DeMarco will be here. I will be here in all my allergy glory. I've had a headache for like 2 days. Daddy on lunch break. What's up, TXP? How you doing? A lot of people going back to work. It's lunchtime right now. I get it. Tonight, out of nowhere, is going to take place from Patreon, just so you know. Remember, if you're a member, though, like Colonel Stutters, Louis Urdaneta, Joe Bishop in the chat, you guys will get the links to the show tonight. So just as long as you're a member, you'll get the link to the show. If you're a patron, you'll get a link to the show. So either way, whether you want to be a member on YouTube or you want to be on Patreon, I obviously recommend being on Patreon because you get so much bonus content all over the Patreon app. It's crazy. So you'd want to be a patron for $2, $5, whatever you can be. Of course, we have the $25 producers as well that we could use producers, obviously. But you will hear Out of Nowhere with me and Jake tonight on Patreon. So just remember to look for that. And shout out to the $25 producers, the people who have gone above and beyond to be producers on the show. Thank you guys for that. The Raw ratings are in, so we're going to go over those since it's afternoon. I've got that. We've got AEW tonight. We'll see what kind of weird shit they do. I mean, where will Tony Khan go? We can kind of brainstorm that. I did a video yesterday, obviously, about The Rock and pissing in bottles and stuff like that. Dude, these people tried to oust The Rock like, oh my God, The Rock pisses in bottles. Like, it's so gross and weird on the set, you know, whatever. But The Rock, The Rock admits to it himself, like in several other videos over the years. Like, so it's like, what are you doing? Like, you think we're really exposing The Rock for being late a couple of times to this piece of shit show, movie, whatever film. And then on top of that, The Rock, you know what else he does? He pisses in bottles. Well, guess what? The Rock already admitted to pissing in bottles forever ago.
It's actually true. I do pee in my water bottles, but let me give context to that because everyone's leaning in now to what this means. It's not a water bottle that I've actually purchased solely for water that you wash and you clean when you're done using it. These are just bottles that I'm no longer using.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any different to me.
And usually the gyms that I work out in don't have a bathroom because they're the Iron Paradise. There's no bathroom there. It's just hot, sweaty, and dirty. I usually stay pretty hydrated. I need to go to the bathroom a lot. Not a lot, but probably a couple of times during every workout I have to.
Big deal. You know how many times I've pissed in a bottle in this place right now? You know what I mean? You piss in a bottle, you throw a cap on it, you chuck it in the trash, and you move it out of the room when the show's over. So many content creators are doing it. So many people do it when they're out and, commentate. People do it. Like, it's been done forever. It's just nobody talks about it because nobody wants to talk about it. It's weird, I guess. I mean, is it weird? I don't know. It's logical. How else are you going to piss? In some of these places. So, just fucking stupid. Like, just the dumbest shit. It's not that big a deal. We do have the ratings of Raw, which they're creeping a little bit, but they're not doing great, right? They're not doing the best. So I'm going to give you the Raw viewership, and then I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to kind of read this here, and then I'll play, if there's any super chats or donations, I'll play those next, and then we'll get into the chat, whatever you guys want to talk about. And then I've got other stuff. I've got fans blame the Marvel situation, the wrestling news. I do think that Deadpool and Wolverine is actually going to do well finally. It's been a while since superhero movies have really had a win. I feel like that is going to be the win because you just can't fail with that, I feel like, because you have Deadpool that breaks the fourth wall and is the way it is, and Ryan Reynolds in charge of stuff. And then you've got Wolverine coming back. like really Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, who it's like, dude, it's hard to believe that Hugh Jackman goes back all the way to the original X-Men when they started it in 1999. And they didn't, I don't think they filmed until late 99 to 2000, and the movie was released in 2000 or 2001. I forget when the first X-Men movie was released, but it's hard to believe that we've been here forever. Just to put it in perspective, X-Men was the first movie I ever bought on DVD. It was such a great time, man. My Xbox had come out. The Xbox came out. It was late 2001, and I had it was the first system that would play DVDs, I believe. I think this is why it was interesting. So I had my Xbox, and I'll never forget the black and green contrast looked so good. The smell of the Xbox. I had that Xbox controller that allowed you to play DVDs. You had to buy an extension piece to play DVDs and plug in the sensor so the remote control could make the DVD play. You couldn't just play it. You couldn't just pop a DVD, and I don't think with the controller for whatever reason. You had to buy this extender piece. I don't know. It was very weird. And some of the first DVDs I ever bought were Tomb Raider DVD movie and X-Men. And there was a couple other ones too. But, I remember the X-Men DVD case. And it's just crazy to think, man, that was, I was in, 10th grade in high school? Something like that. 10th grade in high school when the original Xbox came out. And the first DVD was X-Men. It's crazy. So the Deadpool and Wolverine movie will be something that might right the ship for superhero movies, maybe for the first time. Let's see. All right, so let's get to the viewership. So, viewership the other night, 1.6 million. They got close to 1.7. They've lost so much. Please bear with me. I have so bad. My allergies are so bad. It's crazy. My allergies are ridiculous right now. A lot of this is according to WrestleNomics put together. Raw posted a 1.683 on 1,683,000 total viewers on average. It's a 5% increase over the previous week's episode, but the show saw a dip compared to the period leading up to the following WrestleMania, 11%. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. Last WWE SmackDown disappointed in viewership. So, yeah. They really... Again, Raw and the WWE at this point have done a good job of stopping the fall of ratings, because they were on a trajectory to where right now, Monday Night Raw, dude, should be at 1.4 million right now, maybe 1.3, right? If you follow the map of how their ratings were crashing over the past few years, say from about 2 years ago to about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, the ratings were falling in such a way that, by this time right now, Raw should be at 1.3 million, and AEW was rising to the point where AEW could be at 1.2, 1.3 million. So you would see AEW equaling Raw. However, both companies, despite those trajectories, changed trajectories, and AEW's ratings started going down to the low nines eventually, and now to where they are now, which is about 700,000 to 880,000. Somewhere in there now is the truth of AEW, whereas WWE has managed to stop their slippery slope of 1.8 down to 1.6 down to 1.5, and now they've gone up to the 1.6, the 1.7s, the 1.8s. So WWE with a slight uptick, but more so just stopping the downgrade, the downfall. They're stopping the downward spiral, and they've kind of flattened out and then bobbed up a little bit, right? WWE and AEW going the other way. AEW refuses to do under 680,000 views or under even 700,000 views, because I think once you get into the sixes, that becomes a bit embarrassing for them. But 700,000 or so to 800,000. So it's interesting to watch these two companies go at it that way. Very weird. The most watched segment on YouTube, what do you think it was? Because a lot of people would probably say, that it would be the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre segment. And it wasn't. It's not the Drew McIntyre segment. It's the Braun Strowman segment. That's the most watched. But, I mean, it was a return and an attack, I guess. It's hard to segment the situation, I think, with Punk and Drew McIntyre maybe. But you know what I wish they would do already is make a saga out of it. I wish the WWE made the CM Punk Drew McIntyre saga part 1, and they put together a part 1 video right now. I was thinking about doing it myself the other day. But anyway, I also want to remind everybody that once again, guys, tonight, Out of Nowhere is going to be live on Patreon. So if you're a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, the link is in the description below, I think. If it's not, I'll get it to you. Become a patron. This is the time to become a patron. If you forgot about re-upping your Patreon, re-up it if you can. Be a part of the show tonight. And if you're a member, you'll also get the link. So don't worry if you're a member and you're not a patron or you don't want to be both or whatever. You'll get the link either way. So tonight, Out of Nowhere, me and Jake will be on Patreon and will be available for members only. So tonight, look for that. We'll talk more about Raw tonight and all that other stuff that happened and what's going on. Probably a little bit about what AEW as well. So that'll be on Out of Nowhere tonight, which will be at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, but up behind the paywall tonight.
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
Sup Joe, I'm leaving for basic June 11th for the Air Force. Keep up the good shit, man.
Keep up the good shit, man. That's funny. Yo, Seabass the Beast, you really do have to stop donating. Thank you for the $3, man. Seabass the Beast has been was a big supporter back on that crazy day we had when the Rock's press conference happened and like people were dropping hundreds and thousands of dollars. It was a crazy stream that I had. I think if that stream didn't happen, I would have been in a lot of trouble. So thank you guys for that. It was a surprising thing. It was not expected. It was out of nowhere. All these people were just bombing the show. It was crazy. And Seabass was like the top 3 guy doing that, I think. And he said he really had to stop donating, but here he is still doing it. But yes, sir. Please stay safe, man. It's definitely a weird time right now. I mean, we're setting up a port now in Gaza, in a port off the water in Gaza now, and we're gonna have a couple thousand soldiers down there, which is stupid because they're gonna get shot at, and then we're gonna end up going in, and then it's gonna end up being a war more than it is. So really stupid, but it's coming. So, and you're in the Air Force, so yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit concerned for all the people, but you'll be all right, probably. And that's badass, man. The Air Force is sick, though. Thank you for the not only for the service, serving the country, but also he's donating. Pretty crazy. Love you, bro. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, 1.6 million for Raw, not bad, not great, but it's good news that they're not falling to 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, right? So that's the good news. Happy that that's not happening. Let's go back to the donations. Thank you, Seabass the Beast. And I do have my dog nuts with me today. We got our Dunkin' dog nuts. I can't believe that they took out the donuts part of Dunkin'. It's so stupid. It's fucking Dunkin' Donuts. I'm never going to stop saying it. I've been on this rant for 5 years now. I'm never going to stop saying it. It's fucking Dunkin' Donuts, bro. It's fucking Dunkin' dog nuts is what it is. And I love dog nuts. I'll drink them all day. I don't care. I don't know, man. I got such fucking allergies. I feel like a pussy. I feel like a big pussy. Dude, all my kids have allergies too. It's like, dude, I didn't get allergies until I was like 26 years old. I didn't get these until I was 26. Yet I'm looking at all my kids suffering from these allergies. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how come I didn't get these allergies till 26, but all my kids have them right now? And I'm going to blame Leah. I'm going to blame Leah because she's had allergies her whole life, so maybe it's her fault. So maybe I should just blame her. God damn it, weak wife. They took vanilla bean colada off the menu? What the fuck? When did they do that? I can order a vanilla bean right now, I think. Wait a minute. Are you joking? Dude, that's my kid's favorite, and I like it once in a while too, but they took vanilla bean off the fucking menu? You're joking, bro. Dude, I will eat someone's asshole out. Hold on a second. We got to check this right now. We got to check this. Me and Jake DeMarco will be live tonight with Out of Nowhere behind the paywall on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And if you're a member, you'll get the link to it as well. So make sure you're a member or on Patreon. Let me see here. Okay, let's take a look. This is fucking crazy. Maybe it's just your area. Maybe my Dunkin' Donuts is still doing it because we're nuts. Okay, let's see. Let's look. Scrolling through. I don't see it under order again, which is weird. Okay, that's weird. Vanilla. Remember when coladas were just really sugary drinks? Dude, wait a minute. Why would they get... Oh, here it is. Vanilla bean colada. No, they still got it. They still got it here. Must be your area. That sucks, though. I know that some areas do different things. Like, I know that, like, the wake-up wrap, they got rid of that from many, many places, but they have it here still. So, I don't know. It must be just... I don't know. It's Dunkin' Donuts. It must be just, like, injected into us. I mean, hell, I grew up right next to the first ever Dunkin' Donuts. So I think they just inject Dunkin' Donuts into us, especially in New England. They just go... and they just stick it into us. Yeah, I ordered a bunch of vanilla beans yesterday. Okay? So I ordered 3 vanilla beans yesterday. So and then it's still on the menu here for me. So it still says it everywhere. So yeah, it's got to be an area thing. But yeah, that happens. The franchise managers, I think, can make those decisions like, well, yeah, we never sell those, or that makes us shit. Let's take that off the menu. So could be market testing, Colonel Stutters. It's a great point. But yeah, markets are different. Everything's different. Thank you guys for the donations, man. I'm sorry to be struggling because I've been sick and shit with this allergies. Really bad yesterday, bro. I was bad yesterday. Not only I'm sorry about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to say I had real bad allergies yesterday. It was very bad. Didn't come on at night to do Rage Tuesday night. Didn't do it. I was just too fucked up. I was fucked up. I also had really bad depression yesterday. Like, I was very upset. I couldn't do anything. I was frozen. Like, I thought about writing. I was going to go start working on some writing things I'm writing, and I couldn't even write anything because I was just like, the world fuck my life, fuck me. And then I was going to make videos, and I was like, no, what's the point? Fuck myself. And then I was like, I should go do work, and no, I don't feel good. You know, it was just very bizarre yesterday. I was like frozen. I couldn't do anything yesterday. But, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Cry me a river, I guess. Shit bum!
I'm on so many drugs it's unbelievable right now. Joe Cronin, me too, Joe. Me too.
Yeah.
Hey, if Vince was still around, he'd probably make me change my name to Sharty J.
Yeah, right. Sharty J. That's great. Because Sharty Jannetty is one of the best names ever on my show and in this community here. Sharty Jannetty is up there, bro. That's fire. Thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum, Sharty. Yeah, he'd probably just... I don't know what he would do. Vince is gonna... I don't know, bro. There's almost a part of me that, dude, I hope Vince launches a wrestling company because just, like, what would it go... Like, it'd be so crazy. It'd be so crazy, dude, if Vince launched a fucking wrestling company. Oh my God, it'd be great, dude. He fucking launches a wrestling company and he just calls it like, you should just call it like Attitude or just fuck it or just something crazy like Extreme, like, or he'd probably call it No Holds Barred or something like that, which doesn't make any sense. No holds haven't been barred in forever. You know what I mean? Ghost from the Coast. Depression is for pussy boys, Joe. That's true. Yeah, bro. Listen, if you sit at home crying about something or you feel whatever, you're gonna fucking fail. Let me tell you that. The lady probably is doing a lot of lying on Vince McMahon. I mean, but it doesn't matter because the company wanted Vince out. I wouldn't be surprised if the company wasn't paying for these people to come forward and say stuff about Vince, because they want to get him out of the company. Things like that. 100%. And here's the thing. I've always had these dreams, right? I had dreams of, I'm going to be on the radio and I'm going to do this like show and it'll be great. And we'll be, maybe it'll be at Sirius Satellite Radio. Maybe it'll do whatever. No, it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be a podcast. It's going to be your own thing. It's going to be very small. But it will be all right, kind of. Okay. And I always had another dream that I'll be calling wrestling and Vince McMahon will be telling me what to do and Vince will love me and I'll be the new commentator. I'll be the new voice of WWE and Vince will be there and I'll win Vince over to be the commentator. It'll be amazing. But maybe that's not what's going to happen. Maybe it will happen, though. Maybe it will be in Vince's new company. And maybe I can offer Vince my wife. Did you ever think about that? Maybe I could say, honey, this is our one ticket. Let him shit on you. Please, Leah, let him shit on you. And Vince is like, well, I like him. I like the voice. And I like her, too. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hire you, but let me piss on her. And I'll be like, yes. And I'll put a wig on. I'll let him do whatever he wants me. It'll be crazy. Sign me, Vince. $250,000 a year, Vince. And we're yours, brother. We're yours, brother. And I'll be calling Worldwide Extreme Wrestling Commentary. And I'll finally get to do, because what are they going to do? All the offensive stuff that I've done doesn't matter. Vince is the owner of the fucking company. So what? Joe said this or that on his podcast, YouTube show. The owner shits on people and women and stuff. What are you going to do? Call it canceled wrestling or something. Or like, I don't know what you'd call it, like anti-woke or something. I don't know. Call it like something crazy like that, like this in the face of all that shit. Like, and then just make it like balls to the wall. Just crazy. Hire fucking Vince Russo. And let's just be nuts. Let's be nutcases. And then, you just have these sort of crazy fucking wrestling angles. Or maybe Vince will buy the NWA. Maybe Vince will buy Global Force Wrestling. And the first match ever is a what's the lady's name of the accuser that went after Vince? What's her name? Janelle or something? Or Janelle? Or anybody know? Someone in the chat drop it. I don't even know. What's the name of the accuser? I think it's Janelle or Janelle or something like that. Vince McMahon could literally bring in the first female wrestler is going to be an unknown female wrestler, and her name will be that lady's name. And she'll just be berated the first year on the show. So Vince McMahon buys, let's say, Global Force Wrestling. And then the first wrestler is going to be like called Janelle something. Like maybe the name of the judge too. Janelle Grant. Yeah, so her name will be Janelle, and then the name of the prosecutor. Whoever tries to prosecute Vince. Let's say it's like Elizabeth Jones. This lady's name will be Janelle Jones. The first women's wrestling match in the company, Janelle Jones. And like the wrestling sites will blow up with Vince is petty, Vince is disgusting. He named one of the first female wrestlers to have a match ever in the company. Her name is Janelle, and last name is the name, and like it's on purpose. And he's just a sick bastard. And they have a match. It's the first match. I mean, bro, this is the type of shit that Vince would do. This is like, I'm down. Let's just, and it will be, you talk about the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, it will be the Vince McMahon Revenge Tour when Vince McMahon names all the wrestlers in his new company after people who fucked him or did wrong to him. And he'll just shit on them. They will just get embarrassed, and it will just be Vince McMahon Revenge Tour type of shit. That's what it will be from Vince, and I'll fucking love it. All right, bring it on. And listen, if I don't maybe I'm not Joe Cronin. Maybe I got to be somebody. I don't know. Maybe I'm Joe Levesque. I don't know. But I'll do it. I'd be gladly do it. Anyway, I'm sorry to go off on that little rant of sickery, but, you know, that's something that I could see Vince doing. Cheers to you, Vince McMahon. The real ones will never forget what you did for wrestling and all of us. None of us would be here without you. So what, you took a couple of dumps on some women? Who gives a shit? None of this would be here without Vince McMahon. You fucking realize that? Realize that real fucking quick. How about that? You know, if Vince McMahon, you know, stabbed babies, okay, now we're talking about this is awkward, let's forget him forever. Even though we really still can't, but let's try to forget him forever. He stabbed babies. He suffocated children. He murdered women. He beat women with a hammer. Something like that. No, the guy hasn't done that. We still give NFL murderers and rapists, they're on like NFL talk shows, and they're still celebrated. Meanwhile, all Vince did was act kind of like a shitty person and take a shit on someone. And the guy's canceled forever? Like, we're going to not talk about him ever? We got to delete his commentary from everything? It's fucking horse shit. Doesn't make any sense. It's a double standard, and people are fucking full-on babies. Let's celebrate Vince. Also, Linda McMahon, too. I love Linda McMahon. How about that? I feel bad for her. I love her still. I don't care if Vince and her didn't break up and she let it, whatever. I love Linda McMahon. I love Linda's ass. How about that? You ever heard someone say that before? Yeah, that's right. I like her ass. You ever seen it in dress pants? Linda's hot. Put a wig on Linda. Like, I'm down. Linda, I love you. Linda McMahon, I love you. And Stephanie, I love Stephanie. We all know I love Triple H. We're all fellow New Hampshire people. Let's go Patriots. Come on. Fucking Toronto beat the Bruins last night. Fuck. The Islanders got raped, though. That was cool. Oh, shit. Bimbo!
If peeing in a bottle shocked them, someone should educate them on poop shocking during the MMO days when EverQuest and WoW were good. So how are you liking the Nose Manero with low rating and the SJW donk fucker Cody Rhodes?
Oh, my God. Bimbo Baggins. Well, let's first talk about this. There's a lot to unpack with what you just said, Bimbo Baggins. First of all, you brought up EverQuest and WoW. Back in the day when those games were good, that's what you said. Man, you talk about memories with EverQuest and memories with World of Warcraft, original World of Warcraft. That's crazy. My wife still plays the hell out of World of Warcraft. So, thank you for that. Especially EverQuest. That really, like, man, whew. EverQuest, Mist, Riven, Oblivion, a couple others. Back in the Diablo 1, Diablo 2 days. But also, Cody Rhodes, he might have gotten hurt the other night. Him and Carmelo Hayes, which again, I feel bad for them because they kind of timed this thing wrong, and Cody might have really hurt his shoulder. He landed wrong. I don't know how hurt Cody is, but he definitely did something pretty bad to that shoulder. Where he took all the impact when he landed on it. So hopefully Cody's going to end up being all right. Seems like he might be, but it just was really rough. Carmelo Hayes, obviously, I called that guy. I called some of his first matches ever on the Indies. And it's just crazy to me that that's that guy. Like, I'm like, that's him. It's crazy. It's always been. He's gotten so much bigger, too. He's really bulked himself up. It's like when I called that guy's matches, I could put my hands around his waist. And like, I could just grab his waist like that. He was so small and tiny. So to see where Carmelo Hayes has come physically since I used to call his matches when he started in 2015 or so, or whatever it was. And when he used to do this sort of like he had like a Michael Jackson gimmick, too, or something that he would do. But to now where he is, like, it's pretty crazy. So I'm rooting for him pretty bad, but then I see them just time this thing wrong. I mean, Cody is slower, he's bigger, he had more distance to cover on the ropes. Carmelo is faster, smaller, more agile, obviously, and he had less distance to cover. And so that both of those springboard back steps they took off the ropes just were timed wrong, ill-advised. But, you know, so many people hit that move or hit a move like that recently that it's like, I think we've seen that done like 5 or 6 times in the last couple of years where two people jump off the ropes and then they either crash into each other or they pull off some kind of move doing that. It's just a little bit, I think it's a little bit out of Cody's wheelhouse. Shouldn't be doing that, really. I appreciate it, but I just think it's out of Cody's wheelhouse to be doing that. And so I don't know what's going to happen, but from what I've been told, he's been being evaluated still. So they're still evaluating what the problem is. Now, they may know now, but it took them several days and appointments to figure out what's up. So did he just bruise his shoulder? Did he pull something slightly? Or is there something worse going on? That was all what was being evaluated for the last 7 days. So we're going to find out. So, but yeah, Cody, you know, as expected, is definitely lost a lot of juice. We expected that to happen. I really thought they should have dove into Cody, you know, bringing out a new belt or bringing back the old Winged Eagle with an update. Talking about defending the title, talking about some of the past champions, talking about, you know, legacy, you know, and everything of his life and, you know, Dusty. I really thought he should have poured more into that. It's weird because most people are sick of Cody talking about his kid and his family and he saved everybody. But like, I think once he'd won the title that he should have laid into that more. Like, I feel like he should be out there with the belt, like, you know, every night I do this for Dusty. I do this for every other champion, you know, Bret Hart, you know, like, and then they should have really brought this prestige back to what the title means exactly and given people this sort of history lesson of the past champions. And I thought Cody could be someone to like harness that in some way. And I don't think they've done anything like that, but he's been okay, but it will get stale for sure. If he doesn't have these big matches and big opponents and you know, he can defend the belt properly, I don't know if really going out there to wrestle Carmelo Hayes is the right thing to do. It's almost like how Swerve Strickland shouldn't have been wrestling that jabroni the other night, and then like that didn't make any sense. And I feel like Cody should be, you know, punching equal or up, or there should be people proving themselves to face Cody. You know, I mean, Carmelo Hayes, like, I love Carmelo. Again, like I said, I've known this guy, like, we're friends. Like, the guy's great. But why? Why is he facing Cody? Like, I know that that's what they set up on the show, and they told us that, but I just don't like it. It's like, dude, have somebody else who means something coming after Cody in the title, not like, oh, I'll just defend it against any jabroni who comes up and wants to challenge me. And you know, in the past, newcomers have set the stage with the top dogs, like, even Jericho showing up for the first time in WWE, he gets The Rock. It's always not a bad idea to put a mainstay top card guy, main card guy with a newcomer who's coming up. So, like, I don't think I like the way it went down. I think that's my issue. I think it would have been cooler if when Cody Rhodes came out the first night he was champion, that the screen went dark, that the lights went out for a second, they flickered, and then the screen popped up, and it said, like, Cody, not long now, Cody, or, like, I'm coming, Cody, or something like that. And Cody's like, what the hell? Well, I don't know what that was, but anyway, let's go back to what I was saying. And then it's like, what the hell was that? And then a couple weeks of that are going by of, like Cody Rhodes does what he did like a couple weeks ago when he wrestled someone and he got in a fight and he argued and whatever. And then at the end of the match when Cody's raised the title and he's celebrating, or whatever is going on Raw, and he's celebrating to leave, he's got his suit on, he just cut a little promo. Somebody runs up to him and hands him a card, and he looks at the card and he's like, what the hell is this? And he looks around and he looks at the card and he puts the card down, and the card says, like, not long or something like that. And then the other night at the draft or whatever it was, Cody Rhodes is out there and whatever, and finally the lights go out and then out comes, Carmelo Hayes or something like that. And now it's been like a buildup of anticipation. And it's like, Cody, I've been telling you for weeks, not long. And Cody's like, so you're the one that's been doing this? You're the one that's, so interested in me? Like, you haven't even come up to the main roster yet, kid, whatever. He's like, well, I'm here now, and I want a shot of that title tonight, something like that. And then it's like, at least there's some kind of a thing, like a building of this guy and then the situation. But just him being like, oh, I don't want a shot tonight. And Cody, would you want to fight? Did you bring your ring gear? And Cody's like, yeah, I brought my ring gear. And then they just have a match. Like, and it's like, you're the champion. Why would you? I just don't get that. I don't like that. And I definitely didn't like what AEW did with Swerve the other week, obviously.
Come on out, you rapist!
Let's go to the donations. Colonel Stutters, thanks for becoming a member. Tonight is out of nowhere. Tonight, out of nowhere, will emanate from Patreon only. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Or if you're a member like Colonel Stutters is, just became one, you'll get the link to the show too. So you'll all get to see Out of Nowhere tonight with me and Jake live at 10 p.m. Just make sure you're a patron or a member. Thank you, Colonel Stutters. I really appreciate that.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
I'm sick.
Tony Khan needs to wear the neck brace for at least a year.
You know what? I've already given up on that because Tony Khan isn't even doing it right from the beginning. You know what I mean, Joe Bishop? Joe, thank you so much, dude, for $9. Thank you so much, bro. I'd agree if Tony Khan was fully committed to this shit. If Tony Khan had been fully committed and he was going there, I'd be like, yes, wear it for a year. I'd say go in a wheelchair too for a couple of weeks. But by the way, Ghost from the Coast in the chat says Tony eats cum. I don't know. But like, he's just not fully committed to it, so I don't think he needs to wear it for a year, because he should only wore it for a year if he had gotten carted out of the ring, or stretchered out of the ring. But Tony Khan walked out of the ring under his own power, being helped by some people, but the guy walked away from the ring after the Meltzer driver happened, or the Tony driver, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. I don't even know. So it's like, dude, well, what's the point then? And you're looking left and right, so you're not even selling it the right way. So, why would I, what the hell? Why would I want him to be, I don't want him to be in the next, I mean, I guess it would be ridiculous, right? And that maybe that makes him more of a heel, right? If he's in it for a year and he doesn't need it, obviously. So that would definitely make him a heel and a ridiculous person. So maybe that would be entertaining, even though the whole thing is stupid anyway. So, yeah. Maybe you're right. Maybe that'd be funny because it doesn't make sense that, like, he's going to Oh my God! Holy shit! In the spot all day. I want you to jam it in. Oh, it's in your bunghole. The ghost from the coast has dropped $100.
Jungle.
Seabass Godspeed brother. Depression is for homos Joe. Leave that to JQ, that walking corpse lol. I hope AU bounces back from last week's mid-ass show.
The Ghost from the Coast, thank you so much, bro. I hope AEW bounces back from last week's mid-ass show. Yeah, we'll see what they do tonight. I hope tonight is better. I don't know, though. They're so all over the place with everything. Dude, the New Japan title means more than the AEW title, according to AEW. Like, they're fucking idiots with that. It's like, why is like, every time AEW is getting some kind of traction and something's going on, they're like, oh, Ring of Honor! Or they're like, oh, New Japan belt! Dude, stop making everything else as important. It's ridiculous. And you're right, Ghost. At least if you're going to have depression, keep it to your fucking self because nobody else wants to hear about it. That's the way I've always tried to be, but yeah, I apologize. It's just the way I am, man. I can't help it. It's like legit, it's fucked, bro. I'm sorry. But like, I'm just honest. I got to be honest about everything. But it is fucking annoying to hear people talk, like, oh my God. How about you fuck off? How about that? How about we all got problems and you fuck off? How about you just got $100 on the live stream on YouTube? How about that? How about you entertain people? How about that? So, Ghost, I'm kind of down with you on that, to be honest. How about you pull your pants up and go fucking do something, But definitely agree. And Jake is probably SJ Jake, SJW Jake or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't know. You can tune in tonight on Out of Nowhere to see what else Jake will SJW you on. Thank you to Ghost from the Coast. Holy fuck, bro. He just dropped $100 on a midday stream, and I'm choking on my own allergies because I'm a bitch. Thank you. Seabass, Godspeed for sure, bro. Seabass, you go crush it. This guy's going to be in the friggin' Air Force. That's crazy. Seabass is in the Air Force, dude. Do you see the Patriot college students? They were holding up the American flag, stopping it from touching the ground at the protest, at the college protests. These college protests are fucking retarded, bro. The cops had enough the other day, though, and I put Real American to the cops going crazy. But yeah, and now we have a port over there in Israel. I mean, we're all going to be at war soon, so none of this is going to be. We're going to look back on this. Hey, remember when we used to just watch YouTube for podcasts and shows and life was fucking retarded? But now we're all running around with guns, like, and trying to blow each other up and our families, and we're all going to lose each other. And we can't even fathom the world that's coming, probably. Like, it's crazy. Oh, you meant Cody eats cum? Okay. I get it. Shout out to these $25 producers on Patreon. You'll get to hear the show tonight. 1.6 million for Raw. The Raw ratings are in, and Raw avoided going below 1.5, 1.4. They've stopped the slope. They've stopped the descent, and Raw ratings are flattening out and going up a little bit once in a while, as opposed to AEW, whose ratings are dropping and flattening out around 700,000. So we'll see. I mean, it would be, honestly, in a best-case scenario, WWE will get better, and WWE's WWE Raw will go to 2 million viewers, and AEW would go to 1 million viewers. That's in a perfect world. That's what I want. I mean, guys, I've said this a million times. People think you want one of the companies to fail. Dude, no, I want all the companies to kick ass. When there was all that interest in WrestleMania and The Rock and everybody coming back, bro, my channel was doing better than it had done in a couple of years. Like, so if that could happen permanently, that's what we're looking for. There's no way we're not. I'm looking for WWE to do 3 million. Can you imagine if Raw went back to like having 3 or 4 million viewers? First of all, it'd be the biggest watched show almost on TV. I think they would make it like the top 5 show on TV aside from sports. But my God, my viewership would be way up. Our viewership would be up. It would be crazy. AEW going up to 1.5 million or something would be amazing. Like, that's what we want. We want all these companies to grow. And when WWE grows, AEW grows, because people, for every 100, I don't know this to be true, but for every 1,000 people that start tuning into WWE, like 5 or 10 of them tune into AEW because they go, oh, there's other wrestling too? Let me check that out. What's that like? And so, like, there's this growing thing. There's this mutual growth that happens, spillover that happens. And maybe if there's AEW fans, those people might spill over into WWE. They might be like, I never watched wrestling before, but this is actually really cool and acrobatic and entertaining, and like, it's fun to watch these guys. I've always heard about like WWE and the Stone Colds and The Rock and the Cena, and I'd heard about that, but I never really watch it. And then they start watching AEW first, and then they go, well, let me go check out the WWE stuff because that's the big one, right? And they check it out. So, like, it's this spillover that happens, more so for AEW than WWE, but it happens the other way too. So it can only mean good things if everyone's ratings were to keep going up and good things were to happen. But we are, even though we're in a better spot than we were a couple of years ago, things aren't exploding now either. They're not like exploding. You would hope that would happen. WrestleMania was big, no doubt about it, but it kind of obscured some of the success. But still doing really well. No doubt about it. And, last night, 1.6, I mean, Punk being there. I mean, what WWE, Punk is like a accent to the company. Punk is like a bonus dessert on the topping of the cake. So Punk might only move the needle by 50,000 people in WWE. But in AEW, that's a big move for them. If they had Punk and they had 50,000 more people watching, or 100, probably 50,000. 50,000 people makes them go to 800 to 900,000. In WWE, it only makes them go from maybe like 1.6 million to 1.68 million. It's not much of as much of an impact with WWE, but it's just an added flavor that makes the show better, which makes overall viewership happier, which makes the show more positive, which I think Drew McIntyre and CM Punk were the best thing about Raw the other night. And my God, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, bro, have been awesome. AEW actually has done a surprising amount of, plugging the holes and filling people in and, recreating some stuff and staying afloat somehow. So I'll give AEW that. But their major problem is them putting other belts and other people above their own. Like, putting the Ring of Honor stuff above AEW is stupid. They do it a lot. But now putting the New Japan World title in their main event, effectively, I think, burying Swerve Strickland. Like, it's just, what are you doing? You need to focus on your own self. It's so confusing what AEW does with their titles.
New subscriber.
You fucking mark!
G! Yo, G. Thanks for subbing to the channel, man. We need some more marks here, to be honest. You got to add Rojas to tonight's stream. I don't know. Rojas has been missing most of the time. Yo, Crossman, how you doing?
Bullfrog is a moron.
Yo.
Scissor me, Joe!
Janelle Grant is a lying bitch.
Oh.
Joe, did you hear JD got Solomonster as a co-host for TNT on Tuesday nights?
Well, he stole his entire format and how he speaks, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? The guy stole everything else from him. Why not grab the guy? Mirov, thank you for the $3, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mirov.
Oh my god, brother.
Oh my god, die.
Hey, Bullfrog is a moron.
Thank you, Mirov.
Scissor me, Joe!
BTW, I post that picture of Bruins fucking the Leafs mascot on social media after it got backlash from the soft sensitive feminist cancel culture bitches when Ryan Whitney posted it. I love pissing them off.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's not hard to piss them off, to be honest. However, Mirov, I don't know, dude, after watching the Bruins game last night, that picture might come back to haunt everybody. Of the Bruins bear bending over the Leafs bear or whatever it was. That picture may come back to haunt everybody because the Bruins should have won that game last night. They had several empty net misses and opportunity misses where they appeared sluggish, they were laying back, and they just couldn't get finish the job several times. And not finishing the job several times, oh my God, bro. Now, if the Bruins had won last night, I would have said, wow, okay, the Bruins mean business. Because on one of their worst nights and one of their most stifled nights where they looked the most sluggish, they still nailed it and got it done. That's the sign of a team that can win a cup, in my opinion, because even on a bad night, when they really are trying to lose almost, but they're still trying, they're able to still finish it off despite playing not great. But last night when they just sort of looked like lost at the end, yeah, I'm a little concerned now for them because that's not good. You need to finish at that point. So I don't know, man. The Leafs could end up finally doing it. The story is set for the Leafs to actually make it to Game 7, and then for the first time ever beat the Bruins in Game 7. And they finally did it. They beat the Bruins in 7 games in a playoff series, and then they'll lose the next round. But you know what I'm saying? Like, because honestly, and I think Tampa Bay isn't as good. I think Tampa Bay would have been a better matchup for the Bruins. So, you know, I don't know. I don't think anybody's beating Florida. So I don't think it matters. Nobody's beating Florida. I can't believe SRS still has a job with his Twitter behavior. I mean, listen, bro, that guy can do anything. I don't think you understand who that guy is. That guy knows people at Twitter. He knows people in the businesses. He's funded by somebody whose probably last name is Ein. He's funded thousands of dollars. He makes $40,000 a month on Patreon. So, bro, that guy's going nowhere. If you say something to him, you will have your account deleted. But he can definitely threaten you with violence. He can threaten you with violence. He can threaten other people with violence. He can lie about people. He will never lose his Twitter. He will make you lose yours, though. He will do whatever he wants to do. And he makes $40,000, I believe, on Patreon a month. And he's funded thousands of dollars to run a site. And he's in charge of the whole thing, really. So why would he lose a job? Why would he lose his job? He's literally doing what he's told to do, making the money for everybody. So no one's losing their job, you know. That doesn't make any sense. He'll make you'll lose your job, though. If you go after him, you'll lose your job. So you better be careful. But I don't know. I don't know anybody who's ever taken him out. It's never happened to me. Never seen it. I'm on my 7th Twitter account. Joe, if Pasternak line isn't scoring, where are the goals coming from? Just anybody and everybody, and Marchand, to be honest. Marchand's got to win. I thought Brad Marchand was going to win the game the other day. I thought he was going to win the game for us because he was kind of going nuts and playing out of his mind a bit. He had one, like, magical, insane fucking move. Did anybody see this? He came into the zone. He, like, pivot, swerveled. He, like, ducked and dove, and then he pirouetted around a guy. Then as he made the cut move through the guy's legs with the puck, and then he lost the puck right as he went to shoot on the goal. He was just that one shot away, dude. He made every move possible. It was crazy what he did. and he couldn't finish it.
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt until last Sunday that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
Did you hear about the roast of Tom Brady coming to Netflix soon?
Yes.
A bunch of old players and Belichick will be the roasters.
Oh, man. See, if this was the year 2004, right? Like, let's say Brady retired and we went back to the year 2004. Oh, my God, dude, I would 100% be like, let's go. This is going to be awesome. They're going to roast Brady on Netflix or whatever. They're going to roast Brady on wherever it is. Dude, it's going to be crazy. Let's go. I'm all for this. By the way, Ghost from the Coast with the top dono. Thank you, Ghost. There's no way we could do these shows without you guys dropping bombs like this. So everybody should get on their knees and thank Ghost from the Coast for dropping $100 because that's huge. Yeah, so but it will be fun. I'll watch it. It'll be on Netflix. It'll be all right, something to watch, I suppose. But it's just not going to be. It's not going to be what it probably could be if it was 2004, because they could say all kinds of crazy shit. I'm sure there's going to be a joke like, "How are those deflated balls?" Like it's going to be stupid dad jokey stuff probably nowadays. But like, hey Tom, let me ask you something. How are your deflated balls? After the divorce, But no, seriously, Tom. Just when you were playing, how big of a bitch was Giselle? I don't know. But like, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything because it's going to be like, oh, you got to be careful what you say. I mean, somebody should go after Robert Kraft for his rub and tug in Florida. And, somebody's got to go after Belichick. Like, hey, Belichick went from being a genius coach to, working on a YouTube show after I left. Brady can roast these people back. Like, Brady's material is actually maybe greater than their material. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, you guys had fun tonight. I'm sure you guys had a great time, But, Robert, so great to be employed by you, but aren't you due for another Asian blowjob in Florida? And Coach Belichick, since I've left, you've done great things. Oh, wait, you've done nothing, and now you're a co-host on a YouTube show. Maybe it was really me the whole time. Roger Goodell, what can I say about Roger Goodell that hasn't been said about child predators? There's so many things that you could just eat. Like, Brady could eviscerate everybody. So I'm not even interested in Brady being roasted. I'm interested in Brady roasting them because I think he's got more material than they've got by far. Okay, Tom, why don't you go kiss your son again, you fucking rape it? They're not going to go there with anything. So who cares? Is it going to be that good? I don't know. Maybe. Or, but here's the other thing I'd be worried about. I'd also be worried that, sorry. Oh my God, my fucking allergies. The other thing I'd be worried about is that, that there'll be a lot of inside jokes, that none of us are going to get. We're not going to understand what they're really. Like, they're going to have to paint that picture. Like, Tom on Tuesdays would go to the line. They're going to have to tell that story because they can't just make the joke like, hey, Tom, you want some waffles? And like it's an inside joke where Tom did something with waffles. So it's a lot of insider stuff. They've got to be careful to paint the picture to the audience or nobody's going to laugh or understand what's being said. Oh, my God! Whoa! We plan the spot all day. I want you to jam it in. Oh my God! Oh, it's in your bunghole. Whoa, it's in your bunghole. I want it jammed in my bunghole. Huge boner! Holy shit!
Audio Jungle.
Midday live stream bombs are the cure for depression. Shout out to Ghost and best of luck to Seabass. Oh my god, brother, I got a boner.
Oh my god, brother. Oh my god, brother. Thank you, huge boner. Yeah, I was feeling better today, so I came on the air. I figured I'd come on. I'm not feeling better allergy-wise and sick-wise. Like, I feel really shitty. I'm just blasting through it. And I've got to get kids and stuff like that. But, like, bro, no doubt about it. Huge boner!
Oh my god, brother.
Oh my god, brother. Huge boner. We got to get him up on the board. While we get huge boner up on the board, wow. This show's already doing better than Out of Nowhere has been doing the last couple weeks. But Out of Nowhere tonight will be emanating from Patreon and behind the paywall on the membership spot. So check that out. Unbelievable. Huge boner with a huge bomb. And while we put huge boner up on the oh my god, boner. I got to read that again. While we put that up there, let's play the Ryback song while we get his name up there. Awesome.
Me. Picture of me. Put a picture of me on the fucking screen right now.
Wow, huge boner, man.
Come on, do it. I
Oh
swear
my
to God,
god, boner.
you're gonna fucking rue the day.
We salute
that you
Seabass.
talked about me, Joe Cronin. And I'm gonna seriously
Thank you, bro.
fucking crush your
Holy
skull.
shit.
Do you
Wow.
understand me? Yeah. What's that? What's that? It's the Ryback rap. What's that? What's that? Yeah. What's that? Yo, it's the Ryback rap. What's that? Yo, who's that? Who's that? What's that? What's that? Yo, it's the Ryback rap. What's that? Get out the way. You're probably gay.
Give it to me, Ryback.
Ryback rap. How about that? I push your head into the mat and it goes splat. You're not ready for this shell shock, and you got a tiny cock. It's the Ryback rap. The Ryback rap. I'm not talking crap, so how about that? I get the Ryback rap. Ryback rap. So stop talking shit, you're full of crap. Finish it. Finish this. Finish it. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, it's the Ryback rap. You talking crap? Go to Amazon and buy my stash. The Ryback rap. I'm gonna crush your skull in a pit of spikes. It's the Ryback rap. Yeah, it's the Ryback rap. It's the Ryback rap. Hey, Pat Buck, I'm gonna fuck you up. It's the
Shout out to the Ryback rap and huge boner for dropping the $100 bomb. Hard to believe that Ryback, once when he got in my face, told me that I need to be positive and not say mean things about people. And when I apologized to him, he said that. But then the very next day on his podcast, he said that he'd wanted to kill me, basically. And that he wished, it was like the old Roman times and with like a pit of spikes. And that's when he said the famous
pit of spikes.
He wanted me to die in a pit of spikes. And if you don't know about that, you can go look up my videos on it and listen to his podcast where he says he wanted to kill me in a pit of spikes. And I'm sure someday we'll play it again. We can play it anytime we want, actually. Just, it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you want to kill me or whatever, that's fine. What's great is it proves how he's a liar. Like, he's like, oh, you've got to be a good person and all these things. But then you literally talk about how, well, I wanted to kill you. I want you to be killed, and I'd like to put you in a pit of spikes, but I can't because I could go to jail for that. That's weird.
Pit of spikes.
It's crazy to think that the wrestler Ryback fantasized about killing me in a pit of spikes. That is delicious to me. I don't know. I don't know where that clip is. We should probably have clipped it a long time ago. But, bro, it's delicious. The guy wanted me to die in a pit of spikes. And he said those words. Like, that's awesome. I mean, in Cornette, look at the things Cornette said about me. I never thought Jim Cornette would say those things about me. Jim Cornette called me all kinds of things. Like, say what you want. So many people want me dead and assaulted that it's kind of arousing when you think about it. Kind of arouses me.
Pit of spikes, you know.
I wonder where the video went of that. God, I wish we could find it now, but I don't want to take the time. It's on you guys. Huge Boner. Thank you, Huge Boner, for the $100. And Ghost from the Coast on this afternoon stream. We got a little bit of time left. Got about 15 minutes maybe. It's not even nice, I know. Say Pit of Spikes in Ryback voice.
Pit of spikes. I want Joe to die in a pit of spikes.
I don't know where the clip is.
Pit of spikes.
Is this it right here? This might be it. It's hard to find it.
But what I want to say though is, post WWE, because I think
doing the old FaceTime,
non Ryback supporters
hated my guts. I believe.
Yeah,
those were the words.
Yeah, and he conducted a little interview with me today and informed me that he goes,
where is it? It's somewhere.
You, the guy had his name and he was on Twitter.
Be doing better, but they make weird choices. Or
where is it?
He goes, is it cool if we get a picture? Which I did think about saying, yeah, $20.
Yeah.
But I knew what he was going for. Ear hat? I believe that's how I remember him now.
By the way, I did not ask for a picture. This always drives me nuts. I did not ask for a picture. JD did.
With the wife beater on and the really shitty chest hair. And
I didn't have a wife beater on.
Yeah, I told him what I thought in a nice way. And left it at that. Then he asked me, he goes, is it cool if we get a picture? Which I did think about saying, yeah, $20.
Yeah.
But
see, JD asked for the picture.
I knew what he was going for because he would have instantly posted that picture.
Sure.
Like, oh, yeah, I talk all the shit about this guy. And then he takes a picture.
Either we're cool now.
See, Ryback has this negative outlook on it. It would have been like Ryback was cool. Like he took a picture with me. Like even after all this bullshit, he took a picture. Ryback would have been seen as cool, not a fool. He would have been seen as cool. Like he could have, he's an idiot. He thinks that, taking a picture would have made him a fool. And he can't even get it right that I didn't ask for the picture. Midget fucker did.
Now or fuck this guy.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah,
and
blah.
I just said, no, you're not getting
I also had a shirt on, so you couldn't see my chest hair.
a picture. And that was that. So, but a lot of negativity from people this week. But again, you just take it for motivation and just.
Where's the Pit of Spikes part?
Killing it. And it's great to see a guy like the Brooklyn Brawler just doing so good.
Oh, here it is.
So everything's peaceful, and there would be waves of. And the fans come in waves. It'll be busy for 20 minutes, slow down for 5, busy for another 10. And Mike Johnson came over, and I don't believe you guys ever met before.
No.
And he's like,
by the way, the guy speaking is Pat Buck, who Ryback alleges wrestled an old man out of his life savings sexually to make money. And now Pat Buck works for AEW. And also Ryback claims that Pat Buck stole money from him maybe and was doing all these nefarious things. And at the very same time, the whole beef of me and Ryback comes from them wanting thousands of dollars for him to be on the show. And I thought that was insultingly weird. So I shit on Ryback for it. Then Ryback said I was a liar, they never wanted that. But then years later now says this other guy tried to steal money from everybody. And so I was right. Ryback, you fucking idiot.
oh, can I, are any of them available? Meaning you or Wade? And I'm like, I'm available.
So comes up to to me at the table.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him. I like, because I knew what the guy's face looked like, and I'm thinking, like, where do I know this guy from?
You don't forget this face. You do not forget a douchey face like this. You don't. I get it.
And I go, hey, and he then tells me his name, and like instantly just.
I think I saw the marker close, like you put the cap.
Yeah,
down.
The entire demeanor changed right then and there, because it was like, hey, buddy, because I didn't know who he was. And then like, the entire mood kind of changed. And because obviously there's not going to be any physicality. And as much as I've told you, the pit of spikes, death to these certain people that the thoughts that go through the head. But obviously we cannot conduct those sorts of activities in society today.
Do you want to explain the pit of spikes? I don't know if people have
Pit
a visual.
of spikes.
There it is. We got it. We finally found it. The actual pit of spikes reference from Ryback, wanting to kill me in a pit of spikes.
Pit of spikes. Oh, yeah, Ryback. You try it, brother.
It's fun to find those clips. I would have paid $20. Ryback is one of the best technical wrestlers of all time. Okay. Paying to take a picture with someone is a wild concept. Yeah. Well, I mean, Catman wanted to do it. I don't know why he did that. I'm like, why would you ask him for a picture after you just videoed him secretively while I was talking to him, and he wants to kill me, obviously, and he's not happy with me, and you want to take a photo with him? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I get it. He wanted to be a prick, kind of like, I got a picture of Ryback. Huh? Like, we shit on him, and now you want a picture of him? I would have said, like, maybe next time. I don't want a picture with him. I just wanted to tell him, hey, man, it's all a joke on the show. We have a good time. I hope you're, not angry about it. You shouldn't be. And I'm sorry if you got offended. That's all. Here's how I think you took things too far that we did. It's not that big a deal. My producer did this, that, and the other thing. He pissed you off. I did this, it pissed you off. I don't know. I'm just telling you sorry, bro. That's it. Now, can we take a picture? No, I don't know. Let the guy think about that for a little while. Let him stew on that. And he got so pissed that it was obvious he wasn't over it yet. So it was like, okay, well, I said what I said, man. I'll take it easy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be like, hey, well, let me get a picture too. Fucking JD's retarded. Roman didn't become a draw until the tribal chief stuff. Well, I don't think that's true, because Roman was a draw with women and children before that. But he had a little niche audience, right, of women and children, Roman Reigns. Now, he had that little bit of a niche audience. But now, he's created what he's created, which has been good stuff. So yeah, he's definitely the biggest he's been and bigger, and the investment eventually has paid off. But those first 6 years of Roman were insufferable, and they didn't pay off, and they were friggin' annoying. God damn, was it annoying. But eventually it paid off. That's good. I don't know what this is. Cody Rhodes. I don't know. Cody could be hurt. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. We've talked about being worried about Cody's injury, and we'll see if that's true. Based on what I'm seeing, I mean, I know that there's something going on. But, I mean, maybe he'll end up coming out okay and all right from this whole thing. But it's kind of borderline.
Shit bum.
For the tin can, doesn't Catman have a couple that are of legal drinking age?
What? Probably. Yo, Zigga. How you doing? Thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum. Yeah, he can just, feed them alcohol. Feed them alcohol and let it go. What up, Federico Garza? How you doing, bro? So, yeah, I think Wolverine Deadpool is going to be big because I think everybody's going to see it. I think, I don't know. I don't think it will do crazy good, but it will do really well. It'll probably be one of the most viewed Marvel movies since. No, it's probably going to be the most viewed Marvel movie since the Avengers Endgame, the second movie, with the last one, whatever. I think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe cinema has been hurt so bad at this point that it won't get back to that point. But I do think that the Deadpool and Wolverine movie will do really well because you'll get every regular casual person. I think you'll get a lot of the like idiot people, and then all the people that left because of the wokiness or because of the just bad stories and third-party characters nobody cares about. Like, those people will all come out of the woodwork and maybe to see this potentially. Even I want to see it. You know, it's like I don't want to see any more superhero movies. I don't care. I don't care about the blue tick. I don't care about the raccoon rager or like just these weird third, fourth party. I don't care about seeing a female lady take over a male character's thing, even if they did it in the comic books at some point. I don't care about any of that. And I certainly don't care when they get wokey and weird. I don't care about that. So I'm just kind of, and on top of all of that, I'm superhero movied out, right? So on top of like third string characters I don't care about, ones I never heard about, on top of that, on top of the woke stuff, and then on top of the fact that I just literally don't care that much about superhero movies right now. I just don't care. It died to me. It ended to me at the end of, after Endgame or whatever. Like, after that, and I said that. Go back and watch my videos from 4 years ago, whatever that was. When that last Avengers movie hit, I said, that's it. For me, I'm done. I know what's coming. I've already heard the plans. I'm kind of out, man. That's not going to get any better than that. And I went and I watched Doctor Strange, and I did thought that was all right. But, like, it's just been, I haven't really been into anything. And I'm like, that's it. I'm done with it. It ended there. That's fine. That's fine. So this is the first movie that I'm actually like, okay, I do want to see this. So it's probably going to do well. It's probably going to do well because everybody who was out of the superhero movies is going to be like, you know what? That was always good. I'm going to check that out. And plus Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, and Deadpool, all that stuff. So it's going to do well. And it's once again going to show Hollywood and Hollyweird and all these other people, hey, this is the type of shit people want to see, not that other horse shit. You know, so it's probably going to do okay. So I'll see it. SmackDown, I'm not even going to get into SmackDown. I'm not even going to get into Marvel blaming fans. They're just so pathetic in Disney and they're falling apart, and so screw them anyway. But I am going to wrap it up and look at the chat for a few seconds. I'm going to say thank you to Huge Boner for the $100. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I've been sick, obviously. Fucking allergies like crazy. You guys have been awesome, even though I've been hard to speak and gurgling and shit like that. Thank you for sticking with me. Tonight I will have the assistance of Jake DeMarco. When tonight we're live with Out of Nowhere, live on Patreon, and if you're a member, you'll get it as well. So if you're a YouTube member, now's the time to become a member right now. Hit that membership button down below. Or become a patron for $1, $2, $3, whatever, $5. Or certainly become a member if you can, and we will make you a producer. If you're a $25 producer like these people, we could use the producers. But even if you're there for $1 tonight, you will get access to the Out of Nowhere Wrestling podcast taking place live from Patreon. And if you're a member, you'll get the link as well in a alert on YouTube. So all of our members and all of our patrons will be there with us tonight for Out of Nowhere. Jake will be in the house at 10 o'clock. And we're going to see how that goes. X-Men 97 has been awesome, says TT. Well, that's good because I checked it out a little bit. I didn't like some of the new animation, but I've liked what I saw 1 or 2 episodes, and I pretty much liked it, I think. But like I've got to watch more of it. I'm going to watch a little bit more of it to see. But man, I love those old X-Men cartoons. I'm gonna watch tonight, the new one though, and a little bit more before I say anything, because I don't want to say anything yet because I didn't watch a lot of it. But I mean, I feel like I've heard most people have liked it, so that's really good news. What's up, Haskell? Federico Garza, thanks for being a member. Spectral Citizen, the bloodline height was when they all had gold. Yeah. McIntyre is live on McAfee's show. Oh wow, okay, so maybe check out Pat McAfee's show because Drew McIntyre's over there. So I'll have to check that out maybe. Ryback versus Swerve Strickland, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, Shane McMahon hopefully comes back at some point. I mean, it's too bad that the last time we saw Shane McMahon, he got really hurt at WrestleMania. That was sad, bro. It was awful. I mean, it's too bad Shane McMahon wasn't at WrestleMania because, you know, to be like, I'm back and also get another moment at WrestleMania 40, that kind of sucked. At least Stephanie was there, but it would have been cool for Shane to be there. Because that sucked what happened to him last year, man. That sucked. That was an awful injury. Okay, cool. I'll go back and check that out. Well, guys, I hope you guys can become members down below in time for tonight's Patreon show, which will be Out of Nowhere with me and Jake DeMarco live tonight. Or if you can, join the Patreon. You're going to get thousands of podcasts, including the very offensive Corrupted Podcast, my Corrupted Podcast on Patreon only, all the previous episodes, plus Morning Madness, my morning show, hundreds of episodes, me and Jake, tons of episodes, Jesse and Drew, Jesse and me, After Dark, so many other people and past people, all there, all these episodes and classic episodes and moments, they're all there on Patreon, plus me and Leah, my wife, Till Death Do Us podcast, and of course, there's a podcast with me and my mom, which is very, very interesting, I think, with the two of us doing a podcast together on Patreon, and just so many other podcasts. There's thousands of them, thousands of hours. It's all on Patreon. It's all in the library. Go check it out. Plus new stuff tonight with Out of Nowhere live from Patreon. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned into this stream. Sorry I'm a bit sick and I'm fucked up and stuff, but I'm surprised I was able to go this long because I'm like a bitch today. But I'm loaded on drugs. And thank you so much to everybody who donated. To the big boys, though, huge boner and Ghost from the Coast for making this afternoon stream a huge success. Plus everybody else who donated, man. Ziga, Colonel Stutters, Mirov, Joe Bishop, who else? Bimbo Baggins dropped 7. Shardy Janetti was in the house, and a salute to the Air Force man himself, Seabass the Beast. Please come and support us on Patreon, and if you can become a $25 producer, we really need you badly on Patreon. But also, you get so much, but we really need some more patrons, and we need some more producers badly need you. Come over and become a $25 producer like Shell, John Wood, The Ghost from the Coast, Brian Jardine, Spectral Citizen, Alan Stober, Snarkbait, Stevio, James Beggs, Sith Negan, Matt Rossmeyer, and Alex O'Donnell, and so many others, man. We need you. We need you, or we're fucking done. Come to Patreon tonight for Out of Nowhere Live. All right. Thank you to Ghost from the Coast and Huge Boner, though, for dropping the biggest bombs of all today on this stream. I'll see you guys tonight.
I love the dick.
Oh my god, brother.
I love the dick.
No, keep going. Oh yeah? Horny guys? Dildo asses. That's right, they're nice tits. They're fucking beautiful. They're fucking wicked awesome, man. Oh! I'm gonna pee my pants, just pause the donations. Cocksucker, suck the cock. I'm allowed to talk forever. I got a fucking dick. I'm not allowed to talk as long as everybody else. Fuck you, fucking cocksucker. Suck your own dick tonight. Dick.
Jesus.
That's right, they're nice tits. They're fucking beautiful. They're fucking wicked awesome, man.
I hate coming.
No, keep going. Dildo asses.